Gdansk, the pearl of the Baltic Sea, has been an important transport hub for many centuries. The city's landmark, medieval port crane Zurav, is the ideal symbol for the link between marine and inland transport. The Amber Road, the ancient route along which the precious gemstone was transported to the Mediterranean world, has found its modern equivalent in the Baltic-Adriatic Railway. On the way from Gdansk to Warsaw, this is the starting point of Corridor 6 to Vienna, which will in future years lead on to Bologna. Poland is making great efforts to advance the transnational rail network priority projects 23 and 25. The Baltic-Adriatic Corridor will also connect the Baltic states with Europe's south. A section of the track will span the Gulf of Finland, so Helsinki is within easy reach. The new track runs from Warsaw to Katowice, Poland's most important rail hub, where it divides in two sections, one via Brno in the Czech Republic and the other via Bratislava in Slovakia. These two sections reunite at Vienna's new main station, which makes Austria's capital one of the most important hubs in trans-European rail traffic. Starting in Vienna, the railway will lead through the Semmering-based tunnel to Graz. The tunnel is a modern analogy of one of the most impressive achievements in railroad construction of the 19th century, Carl von Geger's Semmering Railway. From the Styrian capital, a branch line crosses into Slovenia to Ljubljana via Maribor and on to Slovenia's harbour town, Koper. The main line goes on to Klagenfurt through the Koralm tunnel and via northern Italy on to Bologna. Let's take a quick journey into the past. Not far from Villach, the remains of an old Roman road with a track for wagons can still be found. This transport route has connected the continent's north with its south for over 2,000 years. When the railroad system began its triumph in the early 19th century, a tremendous innovation push was the consequence. On the iron road, a being black as coal was approaching. It got bigger and was spitting smoke from its maw. There was such a roar that one's mind seemed to stand still. This is how famed Austrian writer Peter Rossecker described his first encounter with a steam engine. Today, high-capacity rail lines are the answer to the challenges of transportation in the 21st century. Begin loading and then off we go. Freight trains are the ideal complement to transport by ship. No mode of transportation has a better CO2 balance. From the logistics center Outlook, Carinthia, the ports of the northern Adriatic are quickly accessible every day. Experts are calling the logistics center in Villach-Fürnitz the dry port of the Adriatic. The integration of Venice, Trieste, Koper and Rijeka in the Northern Adriatic Ports Association was able to make these ports much more competitive, as distances from here to the Middle and Far East are significantly shorter than from Rotterdam or Hamburg. In 2024, intercity trains will take less than an hour from Graz to Klagenfurt. Funding for this railway has been guaranteed by the Austrian government, Carinthia, Styria and the ÖBB since 2004. Due to the convenient geological situation, the exploratory tunnel can be used as the main tunnel. Funds needed for the Koralm Railway amount up to 5.2 billion euros. Carinthia and Styria are each contributing 140 million. If these goals want to be realized, then this will require a substantial expansion of rail networks. The European Union has defined a core network for this, directing the traffic streams of the future. Construction of the 32.8-kilometer long Koralm tunnel has been greenlit, After its completion, it will be the longest tunnel in Austria. 2 tunnel drilling machines with over 10,000 horsepower are digging their way through the mountain. In addition to creating optimal links between international economic centers, the Baltic-Adriatic corridor will also create a better accessibility of local regions. More than 2,500 freight cars are passing through the marshalling yard Villach Süd each day. With an annual output of over 5.1 million tons, Villach Süd covers more than half of the freight transport by rail in Carinthia. One of the many tasks of the Alplog is the quick and cost-efficient change of means of transport. Logistics are the deciding factor in making Villach Süd the freight hub for the entire Alps-Adriatic region. The area is over 400 acres in size and has great potential for further development.
A
logistics center such as this is an enormous chance for any industrial base, and Carinthia is certainly that. It is a chance we must use. 70% of our industry relies on easily accessible export routes, and the Alplog will create countless synergies within the region. Situated at the intersection of the Tauern Axis and the Baltic-Adriatic corridor, the Alplog offers access to all the important ports of the Adriatic. Railroads shape the network of a united Europe. The Koralm Railway is the key project of the Baltic-Adriatic corridor. Trains, the most environmentally friendly form of transportation, will connect the ports of the Baltic with those of the Adriatic and build new tracks into Europe's future.